Baidu has announced plans to integrate DeepSeek, a powerful AI model, into its ecosystem. It says this move is expected to bolster Baidu's AI offering, particularly in the search of cloud services. As China's AI competitive intensifies with OpenAI and Google dominating globally, Baidu is positioning itself as a China leading AI player. Anything, Adrian, let's start with you on this one.
I thought Baidu was behind DeepSeek the whole time. I mean, I don't know if Baidu was one of the direct investors, but that was the first thing that I thought.
Is it like ByteDance with TikTok?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's the biggest search engine over in China. That's what they use. That's their Google. So I think that partnership makes sense, and it was probably really as they were developing DeepSeek, they really had that in mind on the horizon as that integration was where it was going. So yeah, that's I think this is my first time seeing or hearing about the company that's actually going to be using DeepSeek in an official capacity. Have you guys heard of any others?
Using DeepSeek in like this capacity?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone else doing that. I know that Apple decided not to use DeepSeek for its Apple Intelligence integration. They ended up going with Alibaba's LLM setup instead, which was like that was surprising. I thought like, wow, why didn't you go for DeepSeek if this is actually specifically for the Chinese market?
Yeah, I got some political
yeah,
kind of reasoning there.
There's definitely some political connection to all that, but it's I think it's interesting. DeepSeek is impressive. It is very, very impressive. Not just for like the local LLM side of the house. Now, if it wasn't for all the concerns of privacy and things like that are kind of wrapped into using the service directly, I probably would engage and use it more. But yeah, they're definitely, the way that it does reasoning is, I think, actually, I feel like kind of better than OpenAI. When I say reasoning, the actual the display of, like, you can actually see the GPT like thinking out loud, essentially. Like the one that OpenAI has is good, but it's not as verbose, and it's almost like a debug log the way that DeepSeek does it. And I feel like I actually find like I get useful things out of seeing how it's actually like asking itself questions and like walking through things. But I can see probably, if you're,
yeah, and I would say that when it came to training DeepSeek, that kind of output was probably, they could probably feed that and reformat that. Like there's a lot less formatting that went into feeding that back into training the new model. If there need to be adjustments or changes, it seems like that format would be more compatible with, like, just re-ingesting into a training.
Yeah, I do want to point out one thing on this particular article that pops me. The fact that Baidu has like their own AI models here, big AI company, they have that. The fact that they're going to DeepSeek to do AI powered search is like, oh, we've given up.
Oh, is that right?
That's the other side. That's like the hidden subcontext, I think, that's inside of here.
So there's a team at Baidu, like, well, damn, all right.
Like, I thought I was doing that. Man.
Yeah, Marlon, what you got?
Remember, what was it? I think it was Thor 1. Dr. Selvig, and maybe it was 2, I don't remember. But Dr. Selvig, he had like this grin on his face, and they was like, "What are you smiling at?" He was like, "There's nothing more reassuring than confirming that the world is as crazy as you.
Mm.
What
Okay.
you've been positioned as and stuff like that. All right. So yeah, guys, I've been extremely good at predicting what's next and been extremely bad at predicting when. I stated this probably like a year and a half ago that we're gonna get to a place where these countries are going to start developing their own models. And basically, what's going to happen is the U.S. will start to have to go through these countries' models to get access to their people, everything and stuff, right? So basically, just like what Apple is doing, with the Alibaba situation. Here's the next step. You would also these companies also will have to go through these different countries' model to get access to their language, their news, their food recipes, everything. They're going to figure out a way how to own that data, and you're going to have to go through their models to get access to those things. You're going to see this. This is why Mistral came into play.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing this with Alibaba and everything. And here's two sides of this: is the countries that are not doing this, one of these countries, like the US, will do it for them and own that information, which also will be a starting ground to take over those areas.
Oh,
it'll be a starting play, everything. So I can guarantee right now, if Greenland or Canada is not working on their models right now, problem.
That is a problem.
That
is a problem.
Yeah,
they're just it's actually it's a Silicon Valley story again, right?
Yeah.
Silicon Valley story again.
No,
Chips being made over here.
No, he's actually right. He's actually right. I'll take it a step further. Everything. I'm really scared to say this, but it is what it is. I'll take it a step further. Countries, all the way down to communities. If you're not owning and building your own models, it's going to be a problem.
Here. I second that.
Goes for I've stated it. I stated it at the conference I did with Westbrook at Morehouse. Is that I think HBCUs should start their own open source model, and all HBCUs should pour into it, and for everything from books to research to articles. And then the HBCUs should basically be the foundation and the starting ground to own Black history, because then now you have a model and a substance where history cannot be rewritten.
Yeah.
If not, somebody will do it for us, which is also too going to be a problem. It's not just for the Black community; it's for other countries, other communities as well. And if you're not doing this, and if you're not thinking about this, you're not talking about this, somebody would do it for you, which would be the starting ground for takeover.